Morning, everybody. This is Roland Cortez with RC Taxidermy, and I've came up with a product, and I'm calling it the slip lip. What it is, it's going to take. We're going to install it here. I'm going to make the cutouts, and I'm mounting this deer today. So when we get to that point, I'm going to show you how I do it. The key to this is a 1/4 inch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark, and I'm going to make a slot. The key to it is making sure this is a tight fit. What I'll normally do is when I go to tuck and all this will be cut out, I'll put my nose pad in, get my nostrils lined up. I'll have glue on the nose pad, and then I'll put glue here, glue on the back side, and then I'm going to show you how to attach it. When I cut my lip slot out, I always cut my lip slot out like this first with this real small bit. Okay, and I'll go down about that far. You can kind of see how far I went down. But then I come back and I go right up underneath the nostril, and then I go all the way to the back. So your first cut, and first thing you want to do is take a marker, take this marker so you know where that lower lip is going to be on your form. I'm a fan of Ben Mears. I use his products mainly in the shop. This is my new nose, and I'm gonna do a video on how to put it on. This is made for Ben Mears forms. I sculpted it. If it's a 7 to 7 1/4, no issues whatsoever. Install time is 5 minutes, and then if you can use it on a 7 1/2, you just got to add some clay. So the first cut I'm gonna make, and you can see in this how little this is. Okay. You don't want to come in here and make some big cuts. So a lot of times I'll just cut this off first. Okay, I'll get that out of the way, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to drop down. I don't want to go too aggressive to begin with because I don't want to, I want this thing to be extra tight. I think it's the key to locking in your nose pad. You'll get very minimal shrinkage here. I did one the other day on a deer. Had a little shrinkage. I just put a little bit of epoxy right here and took my paintbrush, rolled over into the top. So what I did is, I made my cut, and I know I'm not anywhere close. And that's fine. I'd rather go a little bit at a time than to go overboard with it. If you're interested in these, you can hit me up on Messenger. We're in the process of trying to get everything set up for a business. Just throwing this product out there. Wife is set up with Venmo, and we're selling the lips for $3.95 plus shipping. I'd like for y'all to at least order 5 if you can. That way we're not dealing in real low things. But the noses are $17.50. Since I came up with this nose and everything, and I've been working on the noses, the product's already gone up to almost $100. But I am working with a company, and we're going to try to come up with my own coloration for my noses. And I don't care what the outside color is, but we're going to try to come up with a color on the inside that's going to hopefully resemble the true color of a deer's nostril if possible. Now, if you see on this side, I'm good on my slot, okay? I know I need to go deeper in, but on this side, I'm still kind of hitting. Just, you want it tight. You actually want, maybe to try to make this foam flex a little bit when you go in and put this in. I've got one drying right now. There's absolutely no gap in it whatsoever. And what it's doing is, I think I got my slot cut good enough. It's this front lip part. And that's why I'm saying don't go over aggressive with it in the beginning. My nose takes 5 minutes to install. This takes maybe 10 to 15, but I think the benefits that you'll get from it be worth 15 minutes. I've got these in different colors. I'm playing around with the charcoal. I've been mixing some pink colors and stuff like that, and it's been working out really good. And it just takes a few minutes to do it. I have struggled with this lower lip, and like most people do, I've done clay, epoxy, power grab, you name it, I've tried it, you know, so. Now see, I'm not at my mark. It's hard to see with the marker, but I'm still off on my mark, so I need to go in a little bit deeper. Try to make you a straight cut up. And then what I'll do is I'll put clay all in here, and I've super glued a couple of them. I just normally take my Pro One and don't be intimidated if you've never done an open mouth or you've never done anything like this, because what we're going to do when I get to hide on it here in 30, 45 minutes, whatever case may be, we're going to cut the lip out, and it's got a tucking groove. And the key to that is I'll set my nose, I'll bring that nose skin down, and I'll put this in, and I'll lock my nose pad in, and then I'll tuck the upper, and I'll get all that done, and I'll bring this lower one, and I'll get it right here in the center, and I'll cut that lip up like this at the hairline, and I'll work it around till I get to the edges. But I still need to go in just a little bit. You don't want the lip sticking way out here. You know, you don't want it way out here. You want it to where it goes, and that's why I marked the mannequin, so I knew where I was at. And I think this is really, really going to help a lot of people. And I tried to come up with a neat name for it, but I figured, hey, I'm gonna name it the slip lip. It just slips in. Now, this little bit of foam had me. So, I just believe in mounting a deer. I want it to be the most jam up deer that I can do for my customers. All right, that's as far as we're going. You can see in the video how it goes in. Like I said, I'm gonna put some clay right here behind the lip, and I'll have glue on my nose pad, and then I'm actually gonna put a little glue on the outer part of the nose pad when I put this lip in. I'll have some clay behind here, and then I'm gonna just feather this in with clay. But let me get behind the camera. The colors that I'm working on with this lower, I don't know if they have a black. I don't know if Ramp has a black, but they do have a bone, and you know, I've been playing around with the bone and the white. So I've been doing this lower lip. I've got some of them in a lighter pink. The thing about this charcoal one is, you know, you get it where it needs to go. Don't worry about any of this. You worry about just getting it where it needs to go, and then we'll put clay all in that. So, I mean, when you get all your clay in there, and I may be off a little bit, I might need to bring this side up, but we'll get it where it needs to go here in a minute. But the nice thing about this is with this material, I can put lacquer thinner on here and it doesn't hurt it. So if I get these dark and you want to take flesh and airbrush your flesh in there, you can actually, when I did a seminar in Florida, everybody had, you know, you take and you put a little stuff on, you go try to wipe your nose pad. A lot of times, you know, it'll get into your pink Same with this down here. I've found if you take a sheet, if you have an old sheet, then you can put your lacquer on it or a little bit of acetone, and see this sheet is so flat and there's nothing there, you can actually just wipe that nose pad, and you can do the same with this lip. I did one yesterday on a deer. He had flesh color down here, so I hit it with my gray and Yox, and I just worked it in, and then when I put my clear on it, came out really, really nice. But that's how you do the cutout. So it's basically like an L shape. You're going to slip it in. You want it tight. You see how it is extremely tight in there, and I'm going to force this in when I put the skin on. So we're going to quit the video on this one. This will be part 1. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing ready to slide the skin on. And I'm just a little different. Some people start sewing up here, some start down here. I'll get everything taxied where I want it to go. I'll get my earbuds back where they need to be. I'll cut these earbuds off right here, and I'll get everything taxied where I want it to go. And the first place I tuck is my eyes, and then I come down and I do my nose. So when I get down to get ready to do the nose, I'll do another video, and I'll be showing you how I do my nostrils and how we're going to put this in and get it all tucked in for you. Appreciate y'all. Stand by for part 2.